I'm Reverend Jane Rena. I'm a co-pastor at Mary of Magdalene in Fort Collins, and I am deeply grateful for the scholarship that was granted me by the Mary of Magdalene Endowment ECC Committee. I am taking a 2-year course in spiritual development at the Benedictine Monastery in Monument, Colorado, and that is a nationwide program with Canadians as well. So this is memorable because it's the first time, from what I understand, this is the first time that the endowment has been allowed to be given to programs beyond the standard coursework. And so spiritual direction is a program that will not only provide me with the tools to be a spiritual director, but there will be a broad-based application throughout our community. I've been a chaplain for 10 years, and there are certain skills that are transferable, and there's a certain approach that is not transferable. So I am experiencing another modality of learning and another way to hear the voice of God in others and to help the voice of God be heard more and more. A wise person told me, you can only preach what you know. And as an experiential learner, I will know so much more as a result of these 2 years, and that will benefit my community, please God. So thank you for helping Mary of Magdalene Fort Collins, and thank you for helping me to bring God more fully to our people and our world. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Virginia Michelle Mackey. Everyone knows me as Chaplain Mimi. And I so appreciate the Mary Magdalene Society Scholarship. I belong to the Emmaus Ecumenical Catholic Community of Oshkosh, and I've used my funds to help fund my continuing education. I'm a chaplain at the State Mental Hospital here in Oshkosh. And so these funds are helping me continue my education, and it'll help me to pay for my certification as I start my residency in spiritual guidance in January. So I want you to know how much this means to me and how much I really appreciate this. For so many women like me who didn't have the opportunities that our brothers had for education and to pursue careers in ministry, your support is so appreciated and so welcomed. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tammy Fuquay, and I'm a deacon at St. Matthew's Ecumenical Catholic Church. I'd like to thank the Mary Magdalene Society for providing me a grant over the last 2 years to help fund my master's program in pastoral theology. Without these funds, I can wholeheartedly say that it would be difficult to continue my education without student loans. So these grants are very helpful for me. With my education, I'd like to continue the growth of the ECC by becoming either a pastor or do more work with St. Matthew's. I'd also like to become a chaplain in either a prison or a hospital, and I'd like to also continue my efforts in social justice issues. I'd like to thank everyone who has donated to the Mary Magdalene Society, because without your donations, we would not be contributing to the growth of the ECC, and that is a future that I definitely would like to see. So thank you, everyone.
Hello, everyone. My name is Father Gianni Passarella. I'm Italian. I live in Orange County. I'm the pastor of Holy Angels Church in the ECC Diocese of California. I just want to thank you again to the Mary Magdalene Society to provide me some money when I was in Italy during the pandemic. I was stuck there for more than 1.5 years without the job since I left the Roman Catholic Church, and I was not able to join the United States. So that was a great way to support my life in a very practical way. I would like to take this opportunity to say also thank you for the support that the Mary Magdalene Committee provided for 2 years in a row to the young adult projects that we have in Southern California. I had the beautiful opportunity to spend time with female retreat and then with the men retreat, and you can probably see some of the pictures of these beautiful kids or just young adult people. It was great moments to reach out to them, to show that the church is not just waiting for them, but is going to them and to meet their need, their personal issues, and just to show that Jesus is close to us. He just wants us to open our heart. And I am very grateful that we're gonna have many other moments during this fall and winter and spring with young adult people based on topics like inclusiveness, in which personally I find myself so much. Sorry for my English, I know I make mistakes when I talk, but I just wanted to share my thank you with all of you and with all the people in the ECC. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Lori Vale, and I am the pastor at Mary Magdalene Church in East Rochester, New York. I just want to take a moment to tell you what the Mary Magdalene Society grant meant for me as I was becoming a priest. I am recently ordained, and the money that I received from the Mary Magdalene Society allowed me to pay down just a little bit the financial costs of preparing for ordination. Specifically, in my case, tuition at seminary, but the Mary Magdalene Society allows folks who are working toward ordination to find a little bit of respite from the financial obligations that come with that. And I couldn't be more grateful to the Society for the monies that I received last year, but I also couldn't be more sincere when I say those of us who have the opportunity to give back allow, through giving back, an opportunity for folks who are doing everything in their power to follow God's call and to meet the very right and appropriate demands of ordination, and helping others to walk that path is something that we do to build the communion long-term going forward, so that we are building a system that for once, and also joins in conversation with, makes progressive ideas about what Jesus has in mind for us, for how we love and treat each other, and for what God has in mind for creation real. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this, and thank you for considering giving to the Mary Magdalene Society. Thank you also for the funds that assisted me, and may God bless and keep you.
Hello, ECC. I'm Reverend Mother Martha Rogers and Reverend Yeti Vandenberg, and I have worked together in children's ministries at St. Matthew since 2015. We put together a complete curriculum with movies, activities, prayers, children's homilies, and discussion of their lives. In 2018, we presented our program at the Synod held in Arizona. Exactly 2 people showed up for our presentation outside of our own people. So we concluded that children's ministries were not on the table for ECC as of yet. We hope that is changing. At that time, the majority of our kids were English speakers. In the meantime, because we have a companion group of Hispanic parishioners, we have integrated with the Spanish-speaking community at St. Matthew, and we regularly have 12 to 15 kids per week in our Sunshine Club. So that was a good beginning integration. Our goals with this Mary Magdalene grant are to expand into activities with the kids and their parents, including adult education and other events for their parents, for which obviously the language may need to be in Spanish. At the English-speaking St. Matthew group, There are really very few kids of confirmation age or for the youth group age at this point. But we have a very large contingent from the Spanish-speaking St. Matthew. And our staff has been trying to develop meaningful youth activities. But we have realized that most of these kids are here only because their parents make them come. And they will disappear unless we develop the means to interest them and to be relevant to their lives. The grant was conceptualized to develop activities both within and outside of St. Matthew that would be of interest to this age group, including day trips, evening or weekend events, where they would be encouraged to invite their non-church friends. And some events will be for the larger family, and we can, in this process, help the parents realize there's an important reason for them to be involved. We realize it's a very big challenge because in this age group, many have already become nuns, meaning that they claim no religious affiliation. The current day parish must think out of its box as the older patterns of diocese or parish are not working in this time. We conducted a survey among our youths and we learned that even among those not interested in church, there is a high interest in the environment and in social justice activities. So we are planning to build paths that integrate the youths into regular activities, including the adults as well. With this grant, we'll have a modest toehold to be able to fund activities that many or most of these families do not have the means to do on their own, and to give them a place to identify with their own church home. We appreciate your prayers and support very much. Thank you for giving to the Mary Magdalene Society and for supporting us as part of the larger ECC. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Trish Sullivan-Vani, and I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone who is connected with the Mary Magdalene Society, certainly the committee members who put in all the labor to keep it going and keep the communion aware of it, and also all the donors. These funds make an enormous difference for people like me. Many of our brothers were able to achieve a seminary education paid for by their sponsoring church, such as the Roman Catholic Church. The laymen and laywomen, of course, did not have that option. So many of us who've done those degrees came out of our seminary experiences with an awful lot of debt. You're making a big difference for households like me, particularly those of us who are not drawing a salary as of yet from our ministries. So my heartfelt thanks to you for the difference you make for me, for the precedent you're setting for the communion of valuing education and equipping in such an important way. I'm super, super grateful.